Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Of course, we had a big decision come down today. So, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to specifically talk about one specific piece of it. And that's what we're going to do today. And the one specific piece of it that I want to talk about in relation to the birthright citizenship in the Supreme Court is the fact that Republicans have essentially now, they've used the court to stop national injunctions. But I think Americans forgot that Republicans loved national injunctions. They loved it when they blocked you getting student loan forgiveness. When Joe Biden wrote that EO to give student loan forgiveness, Republicans ran to the court, filed a lawsuit, sued a low court, filed an injunction that was applied nationally. That's what happened. That's why you didn't get student loan forgiveness. That's why you still have to pay. Because Republicans didn't want the president. What did Republicans tell you when Joe Biden was president? Hey, Mrs. Thompson, what did Republicans tell you? Republicans told you that a president should not be able to take a stroke of a pen and go around Congress and provide student loan forgiveness to Americans. Well. Fast forward just a couple years later, Republicans go, no, we don't like national injunction. Guarantee if I'm doing wonderful, Black Doll, how are you? And happy Friday, Russ. But y'all should be pissed about that shit. Because y'all playing checkers, and Trump and the Trump team and the Supreme Court, their ass is playing chess. And Congress and Republican Congress, shit, they're playing chess. I keep telling y'all, that's why I said you got to press Democrats to go hard left. You have to press them to go hard left, and not just press them to go hard left. You get back in office, your ass better go after these people. Because if you ain't going to go after, if you're going to get in office and play nice and play along to get along, what the fuck are we voting for you for? We don't need somebody to go along to get along. You know? You're playing GTA 5. Okay. All right. Well, I helped you go play uninterrupted. Bye. Fuck you telling me for? What they say? This ain't confessional. Do I look like a priest to you? Chill. Bye. Yeah, but I'm going, y'all should be pissed. These are all rich people. The Supreme Court, those people they make great money too. They make great money too, along with Congress. And in the Supreme Court, they have a lifetime appointment. So they can fuck over your life for generation after generation. They fuck over generations of your family. But generations of their family gonna be just fine. Like I told you in that video I just put up. But you don't have to worry, y'all. That's the thing. I don't want you to worry, right? You don't have to worry, because rich people are going to be just fine. In case any of you were worried about rich people, they're going to be fine. Yeah, they're going to be fine. Yeah, like they're always fine. I'm telling y'all going to learn. Just like the video I put up earlier today talking about how as of June 30th, NOAA will no longer get any more hurricane data from the Department of Defense. There is nothing to feed the National Hurricane Advisor. There's no data to feed them anymore. Just cut it off. So rich people can get their tax cuts. Hey, Lois. Hey, everybody. First of all, let me stop for a second. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. What do they say? Yes, we are here. It took a while to get here, but we made it. What they say? They said we wouldn't make it. Something like that. I know it's a song like that, a little gospel song like that. Y'all know I'm Buddhist, so I don't really know them. I just hear them in passing. Listen, but I know it was a song sort of like that. It was a song sort of like that. But we made it to Friday. We made it till Friday. So I hope that all of you have a wonderful weekend this weekend, considering that we finally made it to Friday. But when we talk about this whole Supreme Court thing and all that other stuff, I'm not going to get caught up in the discussion on the 14th Amendment because the Supreme Court didn't do anything to touch that. See, understand, the Supreme Court didn't touch the 14th Amendment. They didn't touch that. They just said that lower courts cannot issue national injunctions. That ain't what they said when Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness was written into an EO. Let me tell you something. When a Democrat is president, Republicans love to run to lower courts and get national injunctions. It's been their play for decades. Fast forward to now when Democrats finally caught up and decided to do the same thing. Now all of a sudden, we don't like national injunctions. May the worst weather find their home. Listen, it's going to be bad. That's why I say, I tell y'all, I know it's tough. I know this is tough and I know it's rough. But the best thing that ever happened to America to some degree is getting Trump again and getting Republican majority. Yep. Because all the people who run around and say, Republican policies are great for America. Conservative policies are great for America. The black is cracked with me. Oh, yet you were here to watch the cracking of the blackness. Ain't that something? Well, you were here. Now you're gone. Bye, beloved. Bye. Oh, he wanted me to see him. He wanted me to see him. I did, with his 285 followers. Bye. Most he's ever been seen in this life. Jesus. What do they say? Come on. Come on. Come on. I try. And it's usually always men, which is even more weird to me, right? Because strong men, right? You know what? The thing about strong men, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all know I love to talk about strong men, right? The thing I'm going to tell you about strong men, they don't argue with women. Catch that. They just don't do that. So when guys come in my live and argue with me, I already know what type of guy I'm arguing with. Well, I ain't even arguing because I don't argue with weak men. Catch that too. That's like arguing with a damn woman. I might as well get myself a girlfriend. Shit. Why am I going to do that? I'm going to sit here and argue with you. Sir, ma'am, I'm not arguing with you, ma'am. They want you to argue with them, honey. I'm not going to argue with you. That's me. Like, get out of here. Yeah, exactly, Tony. You ain't got time for that type of stuff. Men don't have time for that type of shit. Not men who are making money. Not men who are making moves. The only ones who ever have time for it are the ones who ain't making no moves. They come over here to talk to me. I think they kind of like what I give them. They like that feeling I give them when I say, be done with you. But I told you, I'm not doing that for free. Stop coming over here asking for it. Listen, this economy's too damn high to be giving people things they want for free. They get so mad with me. But be mad about the truth that Republicans have spent decades using the courts against us. They've spent decades using the courts to stop any progress for us. Fast forward, they just use the courts again. They just use the courts again to stop you from getting anything to better your life. They also use the courts to tear your life up again. Remember Citizens United? They use the courts for that too. When they want to tear your life up, they'll take it all the way to the Supreme Court. And the conservative-leaning Supreme Court, well, they say they're constitutionalists. Yeah, they're originalists. That's what they say. But nowhere in the original text of the Constitution does it say to give the executive unfettered power. It's actually the direct opposite of that. One of the reasons why the forefathers came here and started America, because why come here if you liked being ruled under the Church of England? If you like the king, why would they come here and do this? Okay. Oh, yeah, I know that 34 black girls missing within 24 hours. I'm in the DMV area, so I'm very well aware of that. Very well aware of that. Now, I don't know. What I'm still trying to dig in on that, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, is if it's 34 or if it's a group of girls, but I don't know if they even were related. I don't know. A lot of girls go missing in the DMV, a lot, because a lot of people do runaways, a lot of people, but I don't know. I'm still digging. Because the only thing I honestly have been able to find up to this point is people repeating the same thing. I'm looking for real sourcing and police reports. And that's where I've been struggling on some stuff. So I am going to find some stuff for y'all and bring it to y'all that's not just sensationalism. Because on TikTok, people will just ride a trend. You know what I mean? And they won't give you anything of value from it. They'll just ride the trend and get you all upset. And then next thing you know, you upset, and then you find out later you were upset for the wrong reason, or you shouldn't have been upset at all. Like the Supreme Court's decision that happened today, be clear. It isn't a good decision in terms of lower courts can't issue national injunctions anymore, but shit, Republicans been running to lower courts, get national injunctions all this time. So it's just a way to stop anybody from blocking Trump from doing what he's doing. It was basically a pass-through from what Congress had written into their bill. I keep telling you, they're all working together. Republican Congress and the Republicans on the Supreme Court and the Trump administration, they're all working together. They're all working together. So even if Congress can't get it done, the Supreme Court can do something in the meantime. And that's what y'all seeing. Rich people playing with your fucking life. That's what they doing. No matter who you voted for, ask yourself, did you vote for rich people to play with your fucking life? That's all I'm wondering. They did that to Biden, blocking student. They sure did, Rancho. See, Republicans love national injunctions when it's to stop you from getting anything. Now, if you had student loan debt and Joe Biden's EO would have erased all of your student loan debt, imagine what your life would have been. But they did. The people that beat didn't want that. You know what they wanted? They wanted to wait until they got back in power and then chase you if you were past due or struggling already, and start doing garnishing your wages. They want their fucking money. They want you to suffer more. Listen, I told y'all it's a much bigger plan. I've been trying to tell you for months here. Rich people are not playing with y'all. They sick of y'all shit. They want y'all to get to work for them for cheap ass, low ass wages and take whatever treatment they give you. That's where we are. You're too emboldened. You're too powerful. You push back too much. You got too much to say. And you got too many options where you don't have to work for them. They don't like that shit. They want you to fall in line. And if you won't fall in line, they're going to get your ass in line. Yep. They take your suffering, exactly what Rock the Bell says. They take your suffering, put it in their pipe, and get math. Exactly. Y'all got to be tired. You got to ask yourself when you're tired of being sick and tired. Did you forget how Mitch McConnell blocked Obama from getting a Supreme Court appointment? That shit was strategic because they were trying to stack the court, and they did. So that when Trump came along, he got not one, not two, but 3 appointments, which would give them conservative majority, allowed them to get rid of Roe versus Wade. Yep. Allowed them now to get rid of national injunctions. Y'all not paying attention. Shit. They're like, listen, we gonna get this by hook or by crook, but we gonna get it. That's why I keep telling y'all to pay attention. These people are playing the long game. They're playing the long game. Y'all got to start playing the long game too. Y'all be playing the short game. That's why I always go, when people say marching, I'm not marching shit. That's a short game. That ain't no long game. After you go march, what you gonna do? The Montgomery bus boycott was the long game. You heard me. That was a long game. Because it hit them in their pockets. See, you're not going to hurt people by just marching. You got to hit them where it hurts. Their fucking money. One thing rich people will always catch on to is when their money getting affected. They don't give a shit about you liking them, whether or not you agree with what they're doing. They don't care. They care about their money and their resources because they're in competition with other rich people. So when you start impacting their money and their resources, guess what? Now you got a problem. Now they're going to have a problem with you. Play the long game. Stop running out there to fucking protest for one fucking day for a couple hours and shit. That's not going to solve your problem. That's not going to solve your problem. What's going to solve your problem is changing your government. And you change your government by being actively engaged in it and not just waiting until it's time to vote. That's the problem you have. Roe versus Wade was never important to them. You're right, Finn. To your point, you're absolutely correct. Because, see, this is where I blame Democrats. Democrats kept trying to sit on the fence. We don't want to be too socialist. We don't want to be too liberal. What you mean, you don't want to provide too much freedom? Had Democrats codified abortion and put it into law, the courts never would have had it. Courts never could have had it because it would have been a congressional law. And the only way to change it is Congress would have had to pass a different one. That's it. Republicans would have had to go balls to the wall to pass it. You would have had to have them on record going, women cannot make their own medical decisions in America because we don't think they should. Put it on record. But you know why Democrats won't do it? Because there's some Democrats who wouldn't vote to make abortion legal either. They fake and they fucking phony too. They need to get their asses out of those seats. And Democrats need to have liberals in those seats who are proud socialists who are going to do their damn job. They're going to raise the minimum wage. They're going to make affordable housing. They're going to make sure women can make their own medical decisions. They're going to make rich people pay their fair fucking share in taxes. Democrats have to do that. If liberals don't show up to be fucking socialists, to be liberals, they're going to keep losing elections. I hate to tell you, because unfortunately for us, people will vote against their own interests. They'll vote against their own interests. You got to wake up, folks. That's all I can keep saying to people. Wake up. These people ain't playing with us. They trying to go back. There are a lot of, I got to go all the way back. When you go back to the history of America, what it's founded on, so many of you are still shocked and don't know what to do. And I know why you're shocked. Because you've been lied to your whole life. You thought this country was the greatest in the world. And we had the best of everything. Yeah. So some of it's you're in mourning. You're grieving for all the lies you've been told. And now you're sitting up and you're going, I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't know what to believe in. I thought my country was this great Mecca that welcomed everybody. And your country was never that. That was always bullshit. It was always racist as fuck. America was always racist as fuck. But if you weren't in certain groups, you didn't see that fucking racism. There is no which country is the best. Every country has its pros and its cons. Every country has its pros and its cons. But I'm telling you, it's like a person that walks around and says, I'm the best at everything. If a person walked in a room and said they're the best at everything, what would you think? They're good at nothing. Catch it. Come on, this is common sense. This is common sense. Let's not be childish in how we have this discussion. Which country is the best? Are we in high school? Are we in high school? Like what? Every country has things that are good and have things that are bad. You just got to figure out the balance of how much good and bad you're willing to deal with and what makes that a great place to live. That's what it comes down to. And for a long time, America had its good things and it had its bad things, but the good outweighed the bad. It's getting to the point now where the good is not outweighing the bad. And so many of y'all are shell-shocked because you don't understand. You thought your country was better than this. You thought wrong. Your country has a lot of skeletons in its closet. Why do you think they don't want you to learn real American history? Why do you think Republicans went on such a crusade across state to squash history? And what they say, the CRT program, because the CRT going to tell the truth about what the fuck this country is. They didn't want that. They want you to think everybody was treated equally. Everybody's treated equally. We love everybody, we love everybody. No, they don't. No, they don't. The more different you look in America, the more they treat you like shit. I have been born in a different country and have been to many countries. I can attest that you've been to many countries, Ayatollah, but you haven't been to all of them. So I can attest that's just your opinion, and that's all it is. I mean, you talk with such a surety, but it ain't like you've been to every country on earth. That's your opinion based on the places you've visited. I can guarantee you that there are many other Americans who have visited other places and have attested to they'd rather live there. Or plenty other, because this is the thing. This is the thing that I get Americans to kind of realize. Y'all really think people that live in other countries, they only live there because they can't live here? Y'all really think that? Do y'all really think that? You're right, guitar dude. Please leave. You were the first. Bye. I done told y'all, not in here. Not in here. If you want to participate and you don't like the discussion, just shh. What Juvenile said, shh, be quiet. Tonight is the night that we ride. Quiet. Don't come in here with that. Because instantly you're going to get it. Bam. I'm going to just let you know you're going to get it. It says, that man who self-deported to South Korea made me mad because he left. Damn, now he left you behind. Yeah, Justin, they don't travel to learn anything. Because my thing is, if traveling the world to you means you traveled around the world and visited a bunch of resorts, hey, I got a secret to tell you. You still ain't been nowhere. Every place you went, when you went to those countries and you stayed at those resorts, those were Americanized versions of those countries. Those were Americanized versions so that you could accept visiting those countries. You want to actually experience those countries? You need to get away from the tourist attractions and go live amongst and be amongst the locals and really see how the people live. So most Americans, I attest to still say what I'm going to say. Most Americans ain't never been nowhere. Even the ones that got a lot of stamps in their passport, that's been a lot of places. Because if you never travel outside the touristy areas, you still haven't experienced those countries. You've experienced portions of those pieces of their culture that they know you can stomach. That's it. You ain't get all of it. Trust me. Because most of you can't handle all of it. Yeah, which is often dangerous for Americans. To your point, Lo, we aren't welcomed as often. But that's the problem. Because Americans only travel to the touristy spots, we think we're loved everywhere. No, you're not. But y'all gonna learn. As an immigrant, I would like to ask you why so. I'm not angry, beloved. This is the question. Can I ask you a question? How come you have a hard time deciphering an opinion, and a passionate opinion from being angry? I'll wait. Because I love hearing that I'm an angry black woman. I love that discussion. I'm not an angry black woman. I'm an educated one. I can speak my mind with facts and opinions. And those who just have opinions and no facts tend to think that I'm angry. I'm not angry. It's usually called projection. Boop. Where are you from, if I may ask? America. America. Without the A. America. That's where I'm from. It really is my normal tone. He thinks that I'm mad, but I'm not mad. Trust me. Far from that. I wouldn't even come on TikTok and be mad and angry. And not even the couple times I've come on TikTok and said I'm mad. That's really a filtered mad. That's still not the mad like I'm at home mad with no cameras mad. Like I'm not Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not the Osbournes. You're not about to catch me out here like that. Sharon, this full of shit, Sharon. You're not going to catch me like that, beloved. Hey, Miss Blue Love. Hey, Lady Sis. Yeah, you won't catch me. I will never go that far. There's not enough money for that to get me to act like that. No, it would have to be something where something devastating happened. And that's the only reason why you see me behaving that way. Outside of that, nah. Not even. North. Yeah, it is a northern thing. You're right. Because I'm from the West Coast, north. And we tend to be a little more, it can seem aggressive, but it isn't. You think this is aggressive? Talk to somebody from Jersey. Shit. If you think this is hardcore, talk to somebody from New Jersey. I love Jersey people because they give no fucks. Do you understand? If they have something to say, they're going to say it, and they really don't care if you like it or not. But I'm going, if you think what I'm saying is aggressive, don't go to Jersey. Please, don't go to Jersey. Don't go to New York. Don't go to Philly. Don't go to any of those places. Oh, you say you're from Virginia. You live in Virginia, but you're from New Jersey, right? So you give it straight no chaser right there in Jersey. Jersey don't play no games, okay? And they don't give a fuck about your feelings. What's Jersey's favorite thing? I said what I said. Oh, they love that shit. Excuse me. Like they wait for a problem. Like, what was that? And they love to do this shit. Because I got a lot of friends from Jersey. Whoa. Then they want to slow you down before they jump on your ass. Whoa. Wait a minute. I just want to, listen. I just want to make sure I understand you, right? So we don't have no misunderstandings, right? Say it one more time. Then they want you to repeat yourself. That's right before they go in. That's when the can of whoop ass opens. So I'm not aggressive. Trust me. I am tame compared to many that I know. Look at Sonopa. Look at Jersey talking. Look at it. I can't stand to repeat myself, she says. See, that's Jersey talking. You want to get Jersey upset with you? Ask them to say it again. Listen. Look at her. She's saying it right now. If I have to say it again, ... Listen. Jersey don't like to repeat themselves. So baby, I'm not aggressive. Not at all. I am passionate, but I can tell you I'm far from aggressive. You're right. Big wins for Republicans today, Donkey Punch. You're absolutely correct. The problem is most Republican voters don't even know what the wins are. Catch that. Bye. The funniest part is to watch Republican voters cheer about what happened and not even know really what happened. They're waiting for the Cliff Note version. You know, they're waiting for somebody to tell them, okay, listen, everybody, we've said the council has met and we've made a determination of the speaking points that you're supposed to do when you go out there today and talk about the victory. You're supposed to say that President Trump won, Republicans won, liberals lost, yeah, we won. And then somebody always say, excuse me, Miss Mabel, when they say what we won, what are we supposed to say? We supposed to say we won freedom, damn it. Okay. You know how they can be happy, TikTok? Because they don't even know really what's happening. They're waiting for their leaders to tell them if it's okay or not okay. Inflation is not down. Inflation is up, huff puff. It's up so much, my block finger works that fast. Bye. See, that was another troll. That was another bot. Those are the speaking points. Inflation is up. Inflation is down. Inflation is not down. Inflation is up. GDP growth is on target to be down. In addition to that, the economy is slowing down slower under Trump's first couple of months since he's been back in twice, right? Twice. We had more growth under Joe Biden's last couple of months. So all that progress that we made with Joe Biden, Trump's tearing it up already in the first couple of months of his presidency. First couple of months of his presidency, old Trump is tearing it up. Yep. That's why I have this here. Me. See, it's not America. It's just the country of me. See? And Republicans are so pussy. They lay down for him because they scared of him. I told y'all it's the classic thing. Trump has figured out that most of them have no backbone because they don't. And he ain't got a backbone either, but he's stronger than they are. See, he'll call their bluff. They're too afraid to do it. Right? So they just lay down and let him do anything. And he walks right all over them. My thing is this, all this precedent has been set. Presidents are kings. The next liberal president we get, they better do all the shit they want to fucking do. And Democratic Congress better not touch it at all. Better not touch. Matter of fact, they better pass laws and rules to protect his ass or her ass for whatever the hell they doing so we can get all the shit we want to get. Yup. You're not going to, Democrats, you're never going to get anywhere playing fucking nice. You better get your ass in there and act real ghetto when you get back up in there. That's real talk. Because if you don't do it, you're going to lose more votes. You're going to lose more market share. You're going to lose more people. Okay? But just note that today's decision, what the Supreme Court essentially did what Republicans wrote into that bill that they can't get passed on the Hill. That big, beautiful bullshit budget bill, because it's buried in there. But they can't get the bill passed. So the Supreme Court just did it for them. Boom. Shut up, Curvy. Ain't nobody say nothing about his plane crash. Shut up and get out. You just want attention. Get out. Bye. This is my live. Wasn't nobody talking about Trumps and no planes. That's bullshit ass gaslight. Get out. That's why I sent you packing. I don't allow that shit in my lives. What do I tell you guys? If you make content, the whole world is a cable network. Your brand is your channel. You decide what gets broadcast on your channel. I don't broadcast MAGA shit. Nope. And I don't feel guilty about it. No, I don't need to hear the other side's opinion. I already know their opinion because I know what they voted for. I don't need to talk to you about nothing. Yep, there is no DEI here. They say they don't like DEI. But when we get to my live, all of a sudden they want diversity, equity, and inclusion. Man, get the fuck out of here. No, you're not getting none of that. We don't need it. Again, I keep saying, I don't understand conservatives. They run into burning buildings and get upset that the fire burned them. Why are you in the burning building? Looks like to me you wanted to get burned. But what you're not going to do is run into the building and then say to me, you burned me, shut up. Because I'm the fire. I'm the building now. I'm going, yet you're still here. It's a game that they play, y'all. Don't let them play the game with you. It is a game that these people play. I don't play the game with them no more. Yep, they got to have some, but they don't have to, Lily. I'm telling you, if y'all want to start crippling MAGA, stop talking to them. See, like Sammy. I'm going to send Sammy packing because she wants attention. She wants people to hear her too. She only got 803 followers. You're going to have more people in here hear her than they do when she posts her videos. Listen. Not here. Bye, beloved. Not here, baby. And what time is it? 5:39? No, ma'am. Not here. All you got to do is just come in and pull up a seat and shh, be quiet. Tonight is the night that we ride. Quiet. That's the problem. You keep coming in loud, kicking over things like Trump. Well, listen, if I was in the room when Trump came in, I would have told him about himself because I'm not like the others. See, everybody else too scared to say it. You're president. He puts his pants on just like you do, one leg at a time. Matter of fact, he doesn't put his on like you do. Because never, let me not say that. Because if I say that, then TikTok be like, I'll say it on YouTube next week. Catch that. Thank you so much, Venus. But that's the thing. And you're right, Escobar. Inflation is up. Inflation is sky high. We're paying way more for things than we should have to pay for things. I have things that I just don't buy right now because do you see the price of candy right now? Shh. The price of candy is through the roof. A candy bar is $3 and some change. Shit. Not me, homie. Not me, homie. Tomorrow, oh man. Oh, the price of chocolate is insane. Yeah, this picture is the truth, isn't it? The price of chocolate is insane. You said just no TikTok jail. Oh, no, I'm not getting in any of that. That's why I'm chilling. I've been doing my training. Look, I've been training with ChatGPT so I don't get on TikTok and be reckless. It's been keeping me in check. Oh, so it's the tariffs on cocoa and sugarcane. Yeah, me and Candy don't align these days. And remember, I told y'all that the Dollar Tree, the manager over at my local Dollar Tree told me Dollar Tree is changing their stores. Their stores are going to be like Dollar General and Family Dollar. Okay? Get yourself ready for it. They're already working on the revamp already. Right now, they're inventorying all their stores for price hikes. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. So ain't going to be no $1.25. It's going to be like Dollar General and Family Dollar. Trump's economic policies did that. And again, rich people don't care. They weren't shopping at Dollar Tree anyway. We were. We were shopping at Dollar Tree. But rich people decided we're going to have to pay more. We're going to pay more and we're going to get less. You see that you're getting less. Stop buying potato chips. Don't buy that shit. They outright just robbing people now with potato chips, in my opinion. The bag is over half filled with air. So what is the point in buying potato chips anymore? You might as well make them at home. Potato chips used to be cheap. Not no more. You need to stop buying potato chips. Candy, that shit costs too much. MAGA won't be able to afford hats. Then we have to wait for them to talk. Ha! No, they'll just wear, you're right, they won't be able to afford it except if Trump gets them made in China. No, they'll be able to afford them. Trump will get the hats made in China. He'll get them shipped to America where they'll do a couple little things so they can slap the Made in America sticker on it, because that's what most companies do anyway, and then mark up the price. And then MAGA will go, America, look, we got things that's made in America. Our president manufactures in America. Okay. $48 million wedding for Bezos. Yep, while people are starving, but they don't care. But imagine how much money. See, this is the part I want y'all to catch with the Jeff Bezos wedding. Imagine how much money this man has that he can spend $48 million for a wedding. And it don't even, it's like $48. That's the amount of wealth we're talking about. How could people like that identify with you? They can. They can. They can. I'm going to tell you the thing that scares rich people more than anything. See, pay attention to some of the media that you get. Trading places. Eddie Murphy and them told you decades ago, nothing bothers rich people more than becoming poor. Especially if you ain't never been poor. See, if you've been poor before, you can be poor again. You feel me? You can adjust to that shit. But if you ain't never been poor, you damn sure don't ever want to be poor. Because even rich people know what poor people go through. That's why they work so hard not to be one of us. They don't want to be the working class. Oh no. That shit is too volatile. I'd have to really work for my money. They don't want that. So they know what it is. That's why they work so hard to keep us in our place. And like I keep telling y'all, this shit is a game. As soon as the system realizes you figured out a way to get out of it, they're going to change the system. That's what's happening right now. And it's not just being changed for immigrants. That's why I look at MAGA and I go, but your life is getting fucked up too. They don't even notice it. For most of them, they don't notice it. Because again, they don't know that something being done to them until somebody tells them. Somebody's bothering you. They are. They don't know. They have to be told when to be outraged. Hell, they have to be told what to be outraged about. What are we mad about this week? Do you know, Sharon? I don't know, Mabel. I'm not sure what we're mad about this week. I'm going to go on the message board and ask them what we're supposed to be mad about this week. Okay, call me when you check and you know what we're mad about. Because I'm going to put on my Trump shirt and my hat and make the liberals mad at the Walmart, but I don't know what I'm making them mad about this week. So I need to know what we're mad about this week. Okay, I'll call you, girl. Ciao. That's the height of their life. What can we do to piss off liberals? Well, ain't a whole lot you can really do to piss me off. Because most of the people, they don't have nothing I want. So you can't piss me off. You said, did SOTUS decide on birthright? No, they didn't, Lily. That was not the decision. That's why I want to be clear. SOTUS did not make a decision on birthright citizenship. That was not what the decision was. The decision was for them to block lower courts from issuing national injunctions, blocking things. The very thing Republicans do all the time. You know, when Republicans went and sued a lower court to block student loan forgiveness, and it stopped all Americans from getting student loan forgiveness, it's that, except it's the opposite. Yeah, that's what they did. Republicans decided no more national injunctions, not when they're in charge. So that's what they did. They didn't make a decision on the 14th Amendment, but they made a decision. They basically did. Remember I told you guys that Republicans had snuck into the big, beautiful bullshit budget bill that they would limit the judiciary power of lower courts in relation to national injunctions. So since Republicans can't seem to get that bill passed, Supreme Court did it for them. Boom. I told y'all, they're playing chess. Stop playing checkers. Somebody asked you to go to a rally, tell them, fuck you. I'm not going to a rally. What is the long-term strategy and plan to change what's happening? If they don't have an answer for you, tell them to kiss your ass and tell them to call you when they do. Because a march and a protest is performative if you have no strategy. The civil rights movement had a strategy. They didn't just march. There were strategies, multiple strategies. You have to have strategies. Yep, so many compromised people, yep, over us. That's true. But the problem is the rhetoric allowed for the divisiveness because so many Americans have allowed rich people got bots all over this internet. Rich people pay a lot of money. Rich people pay bots to convince you to buy shit you don't need. They don't just use bots to create a political division. They also use bots to convince you to buy shit that they created that you don't need, but to convince you that you should buy it anyway. That's what they do. That's exactly. Think about it like this. When it comes to content creation, right? This is one of the ways I can tell you. You know how it's all this money get made in content creation? It's rich people paying everybody, right? It's rich people paying everybody, right? Now follow my logic here. Hey, Shamonia, follow my logic here. At one time when you wanted to get regular people like me and you to buy shit, you'd have to throw a celebrity in front of folk to convince them to buy something. Now, that's not really what's popular. Now, if you want to get people to buy something, you got to put somebody in front of them that they can relate to, a regular person. So, influencers. Rich people pay them to convince you to buy stuff. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong for people to try to convince you to buy things. I even do videos where I talk about things and I say, hey, this is something you should pick up. I don't do it for everything, but I do it. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't do those things. Yes, I do. That's affiliate marketing. Absolutely, I do. But rich people are paying everybody to do it. That's rich people. That's rich. It ain't me paying you to do it. I ain't got the money for it. That is rich people paying. Because they understand now that regular people like me and like you have a lot more traction than sending out some celebrity anymore. So what did they do? They get people to create bots that make you think they're regular people. That make you think they're like you and me. And when they say things that you happen to identify with, then what happens? You go, yeah, maybe I should do that too. Ciao. Ciao. Don't fall for the okie doke. Rich people have their hand in everything. If you want to change something, if you want to change things, you got to change the government. It's the thing that I keep saying repeatedly to everybody. If you want to change America, you got to change your government from the inside. Don't talk about starting a third party, because I'm going to tell you something right now. These two parties you already got will destroy it. You'll never be able to start a viable third party. Not until you infiltrate those other two parties. I'm going to just let you know, because those other two parties will not allow you to do it. My whole life today could be a podcast. That's good to know. I put them up on Reggie. I put these up on YouTube as well. I downloaded the one from this morning, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But this morning's TikTok live will be on YouTube, and the one for this evening. I also have a podcast though too, and I'm going to be start to do more of a live show commentary thing. As much as I like TikTok, I'll still come through and do lives on TikTok, but not in this type of way, because TikTok's very funny. It's so much stuff I can't talk about. There's a lot of other things I want to talk about, but I can't talk about it on this platform. Look at how they're doing. Oh, I see how they're doing Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, I put it up there because people mentioned it to me, and they actually do go back to watch them because they miss them, because they're at work or they're doing something else. So they go watch it when they can. And they like that they're able to listen and participate even though they didn't catch it live. So, no, the name that I use on YouTube is tied to my podcast. The link is in my bio. It's Bishop It's like Straight No Chaser Bishop, something like SNCP Bishop, something like that. But click the link in my bio. It will link you to everything. My YouTube, my Patreon, my Spotify, my Substack, everything. TikTok, everything. It links you. That one link in my bio will give you all the links. Can I be honest too? Didn't I tell you I was cheap, right? You know why I don't have no link tree? Why you ain't tell me you gotta pay for that shit? Fuck. Why the fuck would I pay for a service to put links on? Help me understand. I didn't know that either. I thought Linktree was free. I went to it. I said, oh, I'm going to sign me up a Linktree account and put all my links on it. The motherfuckers wanted money. Oh, no. I already play for DreamHost. And I can start and I can set up as many websites as I want. Shit. I set up my own website and put my links on it. Like, what? I'm not going to pay you to put links. No. I'm not doing that. Nope. Yeah, they nickel and dime me. I said, no, I thought it was free. Oh, you got your ChatGPT subscription. Awesome. Don't forget, everybody, that we're doing a detailed discussion about AI on June 30th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on TikTok. We're going to talk about it. What to use for creating website. See, I've been creating, listen, in many ways, okay, let me go back. I've been creating websites for a long time. Okay, I've been making money on the net ever since you could make money on the internet. I was always looking for ways to make money on the internet. I'm a little old school with mine. I tend to just be basic. Sometimes I use templates. But now you can have AI build your website. So you don't even need to know. All you got to do is just write a prompt and tell it how to build it. And matter of fact, if you're not sure how to write the prompt, this is the T. Go to whatever AI tool you do use. Tell it, listen, I have an AI tool on this website, on this platform, because I have a website that I'm creating, and I need a very good prompt for it to design my website for me. And this is what I want on my website. And it'll write out a good prompt for you, and then you can just feed that prompt right into the thing. Yeah, this is new, using AI to build whole websites. I haven't tried it, but I know you can do it. So I would try it out. I need to do it. Go ahead and set up that website and open like DreamHost. I've been using DreamHost for at least 15 years. At least, because I like DreamHost. They're cheap. I have at least 15 domains on there. I do different things at different points in my life. I've done different things on the internet. So I use sites like DreamHost. It's easy for me to register a domain name, easy to do hosting really fast. They got all the other add-ins and all this other shit. It's just very easy. So I'm sure, I know people have used other tools, but I have a preference for DreamHost. So set up that website, Sinopa. Just get it up. Just get it up. Okay? But yeah, check out the links in my, check out the one link. I don't have multiple in my bio because I'm not paying for no damn link tree. I done told y'all. I was today, I had a mission today to find free buckets. Because I ain't even want to pay for no bucket. Because, see, I need to replant my corn. Somebody told me on my other TikTok I had too many corn stalks planted in one bucket. So they said I shouldn't have any more than 4 in a bucket. So I said, ooh, well, I'm going to go out and try to buy some buckets. But I'm not paying $5 for no fucking bucket. Then I was like, well, if I can get one for $1, if I can get a couple for $1 each, or maybe some free buckets. But then somebody came in and said, Miss Girl, you can use cardboard boxes. Oh, I got that. Winning. Like Charlie say, winning. I used to love that shit. When Charlie Sheen went on that tear about having tiger blood, listen, some of the best shit ever during that time. Do you understand me? Now, Emilio and Martin Sheen that made Charlie sit down. Because Charlie was out of control for a minute, honey. That was the funniest shit ever. Tiger blood. Winning. Man, I still watch 2.5 Men. Still. Listen, you still have a shirt with him saying winning. That was the best shit ever. I'm sorry. When Charlie Sheen was going through that shit was so funny. It was so wild. And it was just like... Who's protesting, Venus? Yeah, Charlie is too quiet right now. You know why I think Charlie quiet? Because Denise Richards said, listen, the children are growing up. You got to cut that shit out now. I think that's what happened. Because Denise Richards was never about the shits. You know what I mean? She's always been a pretty cool chick. I love me some Denise Richards. She's always been a pretty cool chick. And I think that Denise got to a, now that the kids are older, Denise has said to Charlie over the years, it's time for you to chill the fuck out. With the women and the party and all that shit, we have children. We're not together anymore, but we have kids. Set an example for them. Yeah, that, and he came out having something, yeah. But I can tell you this, that ain't stopping Charlie from having no fun. That ain't stopping Charlie from having no fun. That's a certainty. I'm telling you, that's a certain. People like that who've always had fun, they just gonna have fun. They're just gonna have fun. But you can't, but I couldn't live like that. That's real reckless, bruh. And it's too trusting of people. You know what I mean? To just share your life and your body and stuff like that freely with everybody you meet. That is way too trusting with people. I'm sorry. Way too trusting. People are too nasty for that. You understand? People don't like to wash their hands before they go to the bathroom. So you cannot afford to be that reckless when you're engaging with people in the world. People will tell you anything. Chill. They will tell you anything. So I always find that interesting. Now, I heard somebody say that they were protesting. Are y'all saying somebody's protesting right now? Hold on, I'm looking up because I wanted to see if somebody was doing something. Is that happening right now? Yep. Thank you again, Living Life. And let me tell you, there's nothing nastier than dirty skin. You can taste it, but nope. 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 Oh, they're protest. Oh, in Italy. Oh, wow. Wow. But didn't they already pushed him out of some other place before? So now they're trying to push him out of this place too, huh? Child. He done paid all that money. Now, if the Italian officials decide to say, get the hell out anyway, that'll be brave. But I would love to see that happen. Yeah. Now, I just saw something. I'm looking at something, right? They're talking about, now I know there's some people here from Florida. I know I have a couple people in here from Florida. Y'all tell me if this is accurate. So according to local Floridian news, they're saying salary needed to live comfortably in Florida, anywhere in Tampa or St. Petersburg. They say for a single adult, you would need to at least make $94,432 to live comfortable. Not rich, just comfortable. That's accurate. For Florida? That's crazy. Florida was supposed to be the cheap place for the people to live. That's why they moved down south. $100,000 to live in Florida. Whoa. Oh, hell no. For flying roaches to be flying at me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And swamp and then swamp dogs? No, ma'am. Nope, I will not pay to be harassed by fucking bugs and creatures and swamp creatures. Nope. I can believe it. Hollister says you needed to afford sunscreen. I can believe it. They're saying the national average to live comfortably is $93,933. I can tell you right now that's a lie because I make more than that. That's a fucking lie. You need more than that to live comfortably on the national average because I don't live in Florida. And I can tell you in Maryland, $93,000, that ain't going to make it. I can tell you that. 94 ain't going to make it either. 100,000 ain't going to make it in Maryland either. 120 ain't going to make it in Maryland either. 130 ain't going to make it in Maryland either. Yeah, I'm from Maryland. I'm like, you're not going to make it on that. Not in Maryland. Not in D.C. Not in VA. And especially not California. Yep. Somebody's asking again. What happened with the Supreme Court is basically the Supreme Court decided to block lower courts' abilities to implement a national injunction. That's what happened. So basically, lower courts can't their decision can't impact the whole nation. It would only impact those in the jurisdiction in which they sued. But it's funny because Republicans use national injunctions all. Oh, you in Hughesville? Hey, Wolf. Okay, we're all local. Hey, what's happening? I know where Hughesville is. Yeah, I like Hughesville. Oh, hey, La Plata. Hey, what's happening? Oh, yeah, we all local. Yes. So you know about Marie's. Okay. Well, oh, you're in Florida now. Okay. Oh, you're in Baltimore, Breakwell. Okay. That's where the good food at. Catch it. When you talk about Maryland, who got the best food? Baltimore. When you talk about the state of Maryland, anybody tell you anything any different is a liar. I live in Tampa and housing is just as high. What? Housing in Tampa is high as housing in Maryland? Are you serious? Oh, your old babysitter worked at Marie? Oh, I love me some Marie's. That fried chicken special every Wednesday. I be trying to tell people on TikToks that don't live here. I say, y'all don't know nothing about this, baby. Marie's is the business. I go to Marie's and get that fried chicken special on Wednesdays where I get 4 pieces of fried chicken with 2 sides. Plus I get a side of macaroni and cheese on the side. Stop playing with it. Plus I get a sweet tea. Shit. Eat my ass off. Stop playing with it. $10.99. What? And all the food is locally sourced too? Listen. Marie's is my Cheers. Where everybody knows your name. Oh, I love Marie's. Okay, now you say, but yeah, low quality area and home is $2,300 a month in Florida? The fuck happened to Florida? Florida was the place that you could move and it was supposed to be real cheap. Brandywine Ribs, I remember them, but Brandywine Ribs don't exist no more. It's another business now. Somebody else bought that. Now I go to Ray's Ribs. I like them. They're pretty good. You can find low housing in Florida, but it's in the hood. Well, shit. Nah. You gotta... Florida hoods is built different. I ain't worth that. You be down there, they be like, what's up, cuz? You coming all up and through here and everything, cuz? What were you? Oh, no. I'm not built for that. As far hood as I can go down south is North Carolina. I can't even handle South Carolina hood. That's too hood for me. That's a different level fucking hood. Can't do. I ain't built for it. And I grew up in the fucking hood. Understand, I've walked through many a hood in my lifetime. But even I know there's certain hoods I can't handle. Certain hoods I'm not built for. You understand? Any hood where Kevin Gates can hang out, I will not be there. That's not my place. That's not my hood. That hood, that's too hood for me. There is such thing as too hood. That's too hood for me. Right, that's hood. I can't handle that level of hood. You know, I can do the hood where, you know, they got a couple pew-pews, you know, people doing it. They you know, they got their street pharmacists and they got they, you know, I can do things. You know, I grew up in the hood. I don't have no problem with hood shit. But there is such thing as too much hood. I've been in hoods that have scared me where I go, no. I'm never coming here again. I don't feel safe in this hood. I wasn't born in this hood. This is not my hood. Like, I'm from this city, but this ain't my hood. I shouldn't be here. I was born and raised in D.C., but Southeast wasn't my hood. I was raised up in Northeast. So I didn't care to hang out too much in the Northwest quadrant, Southwest quadrant, or Southeast quadrant because them wasn't my hoods. I was familiar with Northeast, very. But I couldn't even hang out in every hood in Northeast because every hood ain't created equal. You understand? What Jenny Wayne say? You understand? Stop playing with it. Now, I see it's 6:06 and I'm going to be wrapping up soon. Now, I'm about to say something to y'all. This is totally separate to a side. Oh, I know a lot about Kenilworth Avenue. What you know about Kenilworth, New York Avenue? What you know about Trinidad Avenue? Don't play with me. What you know about Heckin' Jamal? What you know about the original Mortons? Stop playing with it. Oh, I know a lot. Listen, born and raised in D.C. Born and raised. Girl, listen. 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 I'm a city girl. Not in the traditional sense. But at home, I wasn't allowed to speak like I was from the city because my mother was like this big thing about, I don't want people to know where we're from when they talk to you over the phone because people act fucking ignorant. You know, my mother was always thinking a step ahead, you know. She said, people act fucking ignorant. So I want you to be able to trick them on the phone so by the time they meet you, they don't know your ass is black till it's too late. Okay. I'm your people. Listen. Oh, yep. PG County. What's the best way to say it? It depends on where you are in PG County. I've lived in some areas that are pretty rough, but again, if you know that hood and you from that hood, it ain't really that rough to you because you from that hood. I'll tell you this. There was a hood that I just moved out of maybe a decade ago. There was a guy in that neighborhood that used to carry a big ass tree. Yes, a fucking tree. He would carry a fucking tree. That man was huge. And he would carry a fucking tree down the street. A tree. And I remember saying to my husband, if I wasn't black, that shit would terrify me. I'd be like, you see this motherfucker carrying a tree? Like a baton. It was like a baton. He would act like it wasn't even a fucking tree. I don't know what happened to that dude. But he would always be over there in Suitland. Yeah, carrying fucking trees. It was the weirdest shit ever. And they were never small trees. They were huge, big fucking trees. So I would say the PG. PG is cool. You just got to know what hood you in. But you got to remember, PG is the richest black county in America. There are gated communities that you can't get in if security don't have your name on the list in PG County. All the PG ain't hood. All the PG not hood. You got rural portions of PG, then you got hood portions of PG. But all portions of PG are not hood. Like if you ain't never been in that gated community in PG with NBA basketball players play that, see, I've been in that hood. Because I call that's a hood too. All neighborhoods are hoods, but I've been in that gated community because I knew someone that lived in that community. And you couldn't get in there if they didn't put your name on the list for that guard at the gate. Or your ass was going to be told, bye-bye, because it's a lot of money in there. You were talking, and this was maybe 20 years ago. Townhomes in that place was almost $1 million. So I know they got to be more than that now. And that was a fucking townhome at the time. So I know it was a lot. So all of PG is not hood. Just like all of Southern Maryland is not safe. Shit. Quiet as kept, Southern Maryland is more hood than PG County. They just don't like to talk about it like that. But that's the truth. It is more hood in Southern Maryland than it is in PG County. Because in Southern Maryland, they don't wait for the police. Listen. Okay? In Southern Maryland, they don't wait for no police. They are the police. They handle it, and then when the cops show up, they tell them what they did. They don't play that shit. But before I wrap up, I want to talk about one thing as an aside. This is a separate thing. Look, I'm going to take this background down. Because I just wanted to mention this because I'm a hip-hop head. And I know we got some hip-hop heads on here. Did y'all see that the Clips is back? Do y'all see that the Clips is back? Oh, when I saw that today, I said yes. Do y'all know how much I missed them being together? I'm so glad those brothers are back together. That first song is such fire. Oh, how I missed them so. Oh, how I wanted them back together so bad. Oh, the universe is working. Can I say, I think Kendrick is also lit a fire under certain people. Like, you can't stay out of this. You understand? You can't. You know what's going to keep Drake in that hole? Them Clips coming out too. Listen. I've been saying, listen, no disrespect against Drake. There's some songs of Drake that I did like. Don't get me wrong. Drake had a lot of bops I liked. But I come from old school hip hop. He sing too much for me. I love you, girl. Come, why you don't love me, girl? Don't make me show up in front of your house, girl. Please, girl, love me, girl. No. I got so tired of hearing that shit. If this man sings one more time, chill. And it was like at this point, just release a fucking R&B album. I would have had more respect for Drake had he released an R&B album at some point. It actually would have sold pretty well. But for whatever reason, he didn't want to do it. Why not? You're already singing most of the hooks and shit on your own album any damn way. Why not? It just would have made common sense. He should have released an album the way Lauryn Hill did. You understand? He already doing Lauryn Hill shit anyway. He gone country. Yeah, I see he's performing with Morgan Wallen. He gonna have to stay over there. He's done. Drake is done. He's done. He was done when he filed that lawsuit. No, you don't sue people in hip-hop. Sue in hip-hop? That shit had me feeling like Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own. Cry? There's no crying in baseball. I was like, the fuck is we doing? Sue? You started it. What? No credibility whatsoever. Drake lost all of it. He lost all of it. He's a guy who was hanging around other guys who were from the streets. He was never from this life that he rapped about. Never. Never. And the problem is you have put yourself in an environment with a lot of people who actually did come from that life. And rapping got them out. And for some of them, they ain't even out of it. Catch it. They're just rappers. They're celebrities and they make money. But they're still very closely connected to the streets. Anyone remember King Von? That's why you don't play with people who live in who are for the streets. You don't play with people like that. Because people who are about them streets and come from that street life, they really don't talk a lot. You know, they just do. It's just actions, but they don't talk. But why pretend to be some... Drake had a lane, but instead he tried to dip his toes and being this hard from the street dude. You're not that guy. Hey, Zarvis, good afternoon, beautiful. Or handsome, I'm sorry. Look, but you're beautiful on the inside, handsome on the outside. Listen. Yeah, I would agree. Take Care was his best album. And then after that, somewhere along the line, Drake just kept getting cockier and cockier, assuming that, I'm going to tell you, when he did that whole Pac thing, I was like, bruh, I know you're not I know you're not trying to say Pac will co-sign you. Oh, then you don't know Tupac. A lot of these young people romanticize Tupac in a different way. I'm like, you don't know Tupac. You don't understand who he was and who his family was and what he came from. He never would have co-signed no Drake shit. Never would have co-signed no type of Drake shit. If anything, he would have said, that motherfucker right there, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Tupac. Come on. I'm like, no way Tupac would have ever co-signed that. Quiet as kept. If Pac and Notorious Big was still around, rap would have been different anyway. And I stand by that statement. We still have a lot of great lyricists in rap. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of great lyricists in hip-hop. But hip-hop would have been markedly different had Pac and Big still been around. It'd have been markedly different. Markedly different. Because there's a difference between a rapper and a lyricist. And those are not the same things. And rappers can't keep up with lyricists. They can't. They're too... Drake to me is a rapper. Drake is not a lyricist to me. Now, I ain't gonna say he ain't had a couple bars, but he's not a lyricist. Busta Rhymes is a fucking lyricist. Drake is a rapper. You understand? Kendrick is a lyricist. Drake is a rapper. That's how I see it. Redman, Method Man are lyricists. Nicki Minaj is a rapper. To me, no disrespect, but she's not a lyricist. Lil' Kim is a lyricist. Foxy Brown is a lyricist. Sexy Red is a rapper. No disrespect to rappers. I'm just saying they're not the same. Exactly. Bone Thugs and Harmony are lyricists. No disrespect, Migos are rappers. People, and when I say it, sometimes people get mad. I said what I said, it's the truth. Because quiet as kept, Migos ain't nothing but the Yin Yang twins with an extra person. Where am I lying? Yep, it's a controversial take. The Migos ain't nothing but the Yin Yang twins with an extra person. If you don't believe me, go listen to Yin Yang twin music and then listen to Migos. Tell me where I'm lying. You just never thought about it. But it is. It's the same. When the Migos first came out, I remember saying to my daughter, that's the fucking Yin Yang twins with an extra fucking person up there. Like, why y'all act like this shit is profound? Like it's never been done before. That's why I get annoyed with some of the young people. Like, they act like it's never been done before. Like, what? Are you kidding me? That's not prolific in the way that y'all giving it credit to be. But I've always, again, nothing against the Migos. They had a couple songs that I liked, but I like Yin Yang Twins better. Stop playing with me. That whisper song shit, you still turn that shit on. Oh, baby girl, let me see it. Stop playing with me. I'd be like, you know the Yin Yang Twins was bad when my mama was singing it. And I had to get on her girl. Because she was singing Get Low, but she was singing the clean version that she had heard on the radio, right? I'll never forget this. I'm going to tell this last story for our wrap up. And my mama was just singing it. She's like, get low. I get in her car. She's like, get low. Get low, hey, to the window. I was like, hey, to the wall. But then I started doing the real list. My mom said, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you saying? I said, I'm saying the lyrics. Well, that's not the one I heard on the radio, because that's the clean one. But that ain't the fun one. The fun one is the real one. So if you're going to play that around me, I'm going to say the real one. Well, I'm not playing that in here. That's just disgusting. And I was like, I know, isn't it? Stop playing with me. Lil Jon and them damn Yin Yang twins, man, stop playing with me. I used to love when Lil Jon was with them Yin Yang twins. Stop playing with it. Shh. Mama was in shock, Zarvis. Do you hear me? But I was in that, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drip down my, ski. Man, listen. She ain't played it. She ain't turned it on no more. She ain't turned it on no more after that. I said, don't you play that song around me. Because I'm going to say the whole, she used to like that. And for a minute, she used to like, I got 5 on it. She used to love that fucking song. I mean, I got in my mother's car, she was playing that. And I was like, why are you listening to that? She's like, I like this. Okay? They're sampling an oldie but goodie. I like it. Okay? All right, Mom. All right. She didn't listen to the verses too much, but she loved the hook. Your mama chase you there. Listen, them Yin Yang twins will get you hurt. You understand? Because them Yin Yang twins, them lyrics, if you have religious parents, because my mama, you know, she was in the church, you was going to get something thrown at you or hit if you sing that Yin Yang twin stuff. Hell, I remember my mama threw my Snoop Dogg CD in the trash when she found it when Snoop Dogg first came out with Doggy Style. I remember I had bought it, and my mother found that CD and she listened to it, and she said it was garbage and it was the devil, and she threw it in the trash. I remember I was so mad, and then me and my brother got another copy from my cousin. Because that thing was fire, honey. I know y'all remember that thing. That thing was fire when that Doggy Style came out. I'm going to tell you another album me and my brother had to sneak and listen to. NWA, when that album was out, that thing was so good. Oh, we used to sneak and listen to it when my mother would leave the house. I agree, Doggy Style was his best album. And let me tell you, my favorite song on NWA's Automobile was my favorite song. It was not the ones that other people say, don't try to front on me, bitch. I know I shouldn't have said that, but I couldn't help it. That was my favorite damn song on that damn album. That song was fucking hilarious. It was fun. You could tell they were having a good, fun time. Like the whole album was not about, doing that thing that they do. They had fun doing that fucking album. And I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the whole album, but that one song was one of my favorites. Yeah, Ice Cube, No Vaseline, classic and favorite. Classic and favorite. That's why I say the young kids don't really know what rap is. Rap is markedly different than what it was when we were growing up. Because I was listening to some song. What song was I listening to? Oh, I was listening to a song in the car with my daughter. And I said, man, when this song used to come on back in the day, you didn't want to be on the floor because people was going to get hurt. A fight was going to break out. I don't even remember what the song was, but it was some rap song I was just listening to. Oh, I don't know if it was Goody Mob or Wu-Tang Clan. I don't know, it could have been Ludacris. It might have been Pac. I don't know what the song was, but I said this shit right here. Because back in our day, it was certain songs, if you listen to them, you could get yourself in trouble if you didn't have a strong mind. You understand? Because it was like a soundtrack for you doing stupid shit. I've listened to this song. Now, this song got me feeling like, yeah, I'm about to go cook up something. No, I ain't going to go cook up shit with some eggs. I'm in the house acting like I'm Young Jeezy. About to cook it up, I ain't about to cook up shit. But you have to keep yourself in check. Because some of that music will make you feel like you can do a whole lot of things that you really cannot do. I swear that's how a lot of people get caught up. I'm going to tell you a song that will always get me caught up. That motherfucking, I'm going to tell you this too. That damn, not T-Pain, that damn T.I. You might see me in the street, but shorty, you don't know me. Man, you turn that thing on, that thing make me mean mug. Especially at the beginning when Tip like, hey. I be like, hey. You might, and then they do that breakdown. You might make me bring the Chevy road to a slow creep. I'm like, popping out the window, pop to the gold teeth. I'm like, hey, I ain't never did a drive-by in my life. Listen, T.I. almost had me in the fucking back seat. Do you understand? I was about to say, wait a minute. I'll be back. Ain't got nothing to take with me. But I'll be in the back seat. Listen. I ain't about that life. I would have been like Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not doing anything to anybody. I ain't built for jail. You be selling keys at work. Honey, do you understand? I'm not built for the life, but in my car, I am a whole thug in the car. Do you understand? Just this morning, I was in my car. I dreamed filthy. My pops fixed me up with rum and Jamaican whiskey. I was listening to Biggie Smalls. My Downfall. One of his classic, one of the best songs. Like people talk about all these other Biggie Small songs. That My Downfall with DMC. The verses on that. Apologies in order to Tiana, my daughter. If it was up to me, you would be with me. Sorta like Daddy Dearest. My vision be the clearest. Silencer so you can't hear it. Stop playing with me. Don't ask me. I went from ashy to nasty and classy and still. Listen, I told you I think I'm a thug. But I'm not built for it. I'm still like, chill, that shit be making me want to thug. I saw something on TikTok yesterday. It's something where that boy is doing a rap over Jeezy, and he's like, hey, I listened to that thing about 10 times. I was like, this thing is nasty. I'm not a thug. I'm not a thug. I will call the police on you, though. Listen. But I'm not a thug. But I love you guys. I'm glad we had a great time chatting tonight. Y'all know I can be a clown. I love to talk about a little bit of everything, but certainly I'm going to always try to keep you informed on what they're doing in fucking Washington. And just so you know, that big, beautiful bullshit bill still hasn't been passed. Keep calling your elected representatives. I know. Listen, y'all. Right after this live, I'm gonna turn on some thugging music. Listen, I was listening to that clip song. I listened to that clip song about 6 times. I even recorded a video of me dancing while I was fixing dog food to that clips music. I might put it up, you know. But that fucking new clips, where bruh said, and I disappeared and didn't even say voila. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Ooh. He said I disappeared and reappeared and didn't say voila. Yeah. Listen, stop playing with me. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great Friday. I hope you do. I know you will. I don't have to hope. You're going to have a great Friday evening. You're going to enjoy yourself tonight. Have a good time. Listen, I thank you all for all of the likes. We got 50,000 likes in today's live. Okay? Thank you for all of the engagement, all the likes, all the shares, all the gifts. Thank you so much. And you guys know I always do this every live. I like to give a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, beautiful Kiana Black. Thank you so much, beautiful. I really do appreciate your support, beloved, and I appreciate all of you. Number 2, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Number 3, beautiful Brequel. I love your name, Brequel. Number 4, beautiful Living Life. Number 5, beautiful Sinopa. And a special shout out to handsome Mr. Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. I thank you all for joining me today. I will be back on tomorrow morning. It's going to be before 9 o'clock because 9 o'clock is so late for a Saturday morning, you know? So I'll see you, all you ladies and gents, in the morning. Don't forget to check out the link in my bio to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast, to check out the Straight No Chaser Substack where you can read some of my written commentary as well. Enjoy your evening, and I'm going to tell you like I always do. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.